pulley, pretty much really stiff in terms of it. It's not spinning freely. New tensioner, about the same, a little bit looser. Okay, so we'll set those up a little bit instead. Yep, that seems to be. Yep. Pretty similar. The old one is a little stiff. Now we're going to take off this pulley, and it has 2 bolts. Show. One of them's hard to get to. This plate bolts up like so. Okay, so there's one on the top, and then there's one at an angle below. Oops. One on top right here, and one at an angle underneath. It's going to be kind of hard to see, kind of do it by feel. Again. Got a 12 mil, and it's a 10. Holding that on. All right, so I'm gonna go down here. Now find there we go. All right, gonna be a little bit of a problem. Down. It's pretty snugged up. Let's see if we can get on. Bolt. Okay, there it is. Tight. Tight, tight, tight. So we get the top one started. Don't like the idea of wrapping my knuckles on that. There it goes. All right, bolt is loose. All right, let's go after the bolt down underneath. There it is. There we go. On. There it goes. All right. Both loose. Got fingers down there. Yep. Now this roller pulley doesn't come with extra bolts. Pretty sure it has a torque value to it. But we'll look that up when we install. The final assembly. Let's use this down here on it. Accessory drive pulley tensioner may need to get replaced, but fortunately it's a fairly easy replacement. All right, one bolt out. Get the second one out. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right back on. This one's showing definite wear. Yeah, it goes. All right, take a look at this one. Pretty tight. Again, but there's some wear spots, plating coming off. Brackets, I'm sure it's the original, so we'll definitely replace it. And again, that's the recommended anyhow. Just no reason to go through all this trouble to do the timing belt and everything and then not replace those parts. So, all right. Clean these bolts real quick. Quick little wipe off. New pulley. Let's start with the top. Mating surfaces look clean. This back cover got some grease and buildup on it, but we'll go ahead and start here. Get her started by hand. Looking super fresh. Okay. Come on there, bolts. All right, bolt number 1 started. Okay. I'll hold that into position. Grab bolt number 2. Now I'm not going to do that tensioner until we actually get the water pump taken off and replaced. Okay, this one's by feel. Can't see. I feel that I'm in the threads. We'll just keep working on it. Feel it slowly going in. Yep, they're threaded. All right. These probably have, and we'll look this up, torque value probably around maybe 24 Newton meter, 18 or so foot-pounds, but we'll take a look at the actual spec. Before we do, when we do our final button up. All right. All right, ratchet on righty-tighty. Go back down. Find that bolt. Yep. Get on it. And tighten it up. All right. Yeah, snug for now. Snug for now. See if we can get on this one. There we go. Okay, we're on it. And we'll just get it snug. So hand snug. All right, water pump. 10 millimeter is our starting point. Yeah. Coolant's been drained out because of the radiator and things, but we're going to move some stuff around and we're going to attack it from the top here. I don't see any reason to go down to the wheel well. We may want to take a look at there, but let's get set up with a little bit of cover. Catch any runs, drips, or errors. And look it under. Neath. Coolant is going to flow down this passage, then leak down over the motor mount. In the previous video, I think we mentioned it. I may have not have mentioned it. We at least saw it. The motor mount is going to need to be replaced. I have it on good authority that Hutchinson is going to be the ones we want to use, and they're about $75. FCP Euro, IPD, all good sources for those quality parts. All right, 1, 2, believe, I mean, man, this thing is gunked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe there's 7, but let's start with the obvious one down at the bottom. And work from the bottom, work our way up. Let's start with this guy. These also have a torch spec. Again, not super snug, but they do have thread lock on them. So it is going to take a while to get these guys off. All right, that guy's loose. I'm going to pull the loose one on the top here. There we go. That was going to be slow going. Okay. This one down here. Get a hold of. Okay, loose on that. After this guy. Going. All right. I have one that's hidden right down here. There it is. There we go. All right. That's the lowest one, so I'm going to see if we can pull that one all the way out here. And I think we went after this guy as well. Yeah. ASIN is the water pump you want to get. Again, FCP Euro, IPD, or you might have a local supplier. But I know both IPD and FCP Euro have kits. All right. Loose on that one. Loose on that one. Thread lock compound, definitely not as easy to get these out. Let's see. We got a few of these up by hand now. Yep, that one's coming. This is the front side of the water pump lower. Okay. Alright, that guy's out. Boom. There's the thread lock goop. Alright. Next one. Try to get this bottom one out. Where's that guy? Oh, still not loose enough. Let's see if I can get this one, which is the lower backside. Nope. Oh, I heard a little dripping. Back down here. Grab some of this. That seems to be loose enough. Again, you can go down through the wheel well. Kind of trying to avoid that right now. Do have the car up on jack stands. Probably go down there to tighten it up. But for now, this will work. All right. That bolt is coming out, buddy. Just like one more little twist. Kind of hard with the fingers, actually. There it goes. Trying not to drop it, but the pan's off, so our skid plate is off, so it doesn't really matter. Come on, can't get my thumb in there. Come on. Hear the dripping, so that's good. Oh my gosh. gnarly bugger. Ah, still can't get it. It's loose, just can't get. There we go. Using the wrong hand. So try the right hand with that one. Once you get it broken free. Bolt number 2. Looking bueno. Bolt number 3. There's the guy on the back side of it. That we're gonna use our wrench for. Sorry, these 2 hands here, a bit quicker. Okay. Let's see if we can use the socket for that one. Yep, there she comes. Just take your time. Alright, that bolts out. There she is. Alright, go up here, next one. Use the socket on that. Alright, get that one on there. Get through the Loctite barrier here. Yeah, that Milwaukee high-speed ratchet's gonna come in handy once we have some money for it. I'll get it this summer. Do have to do the water pump and timing belt, not the cam seals though, on the 2012 C70. So we're going through this process again. But that one's got a little bit different because it actually has a motor mount on the top side of the motor on this passenger side. So that one's actually gonna have to come off. Odds are it probably needs to be replaced too, but don't worry about that. Another month or so. Get this bugger done. All right, do we have the bolt out yet? Definitely loose enough. Let's see it's sticking out down there. Adjustment there. Sticking out right up there. All right, let's go get that guy out. Out. That's 4. All right, let's get this top side one right here out. There we go. Again, same process. Getting through the Loctite pulley. I'll just keep cranking on it. Just keep twisting until we get through that Loctite. There she goes. I do know water pump are 24 Newton meter, so those will be easy to deal with. Okay, I think we're loose enough on that. Definitely. Okay, here she blows. That's 5 out. Let's take a look. I see 6 and 7. 6 and 7, it's not this one. This holds on the shield, but right underneath it is one, and then right here is one. So those are the last two. Not quite sure if I broke either one of these loose earlier. Okay, that one. Let's go ahead and take it all the way at this point. A little bit of coolant coming out. This is a pretty big source of leakage. Build up pressure, and where's this one? There she is. There it is. Right, this one's a little tough because it's up by the gear here. There it goes. There we go. So if you do have your wheel off, it's going to be one of those things where you have to do some of them from the top and some of them from the bottom if you want. We'll get through this. Man, that thread lock. Hey, Camilla. I can't hear any squealing.
Yeah, it almost sounds like the rotors, like they're revving.
So it could be, depending on how many miles?
86,000.
Still original brakes?
No. I've had the
Pads done?
change, the back ones, no.
What, front ones?
Yeah.
Back ones usually aren't too much of a problem. But when did you have the front ones done? I'll check the rotors just to see if there's any kind of grooving in it.
Okay.
But I don't hear any squealing or any grinding or anything.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it could just be me, because I don't normally drive with I'm listening to a bus or something.
Yeah.
Lately I've been driving with that, and I'm like, what the fuck is that sound? It kind of sounds like scraping or grinding.
When you apply the brakes?
No, while I'm driving.
When you're driving? Could be like there's usually like a dust shield back behind the rotor and attached to it. That may have gotten bent a little bit, but you probably would have had to hit something.
Yeah.
Um,
Like a curve.
No, more like something like that you drove over a stick or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I'll get these bolts out and I'll just go look at them real quick for you and let you know if I see anything.
I don't know, like I said, it could be nothing, but it's
Yeah.
that's my one and only car. And
Better
I
safe.
very careful.
better, better safe than sorry. All right, that's the last 7th bolt out. All right, let's take a look.
Thank you.
You got it. All right. My goal on this bad boy is to actually have it back on the road. Today's Wednesday. The recording will upload it later, but have it on the road by the weekend. Do have a new Continental belt coming for the accessory drive because that one was really cracked. Didn't get a chance to show you that one. And I have a new coolant level sensor for the reservoir because mine actually, let's see if I can show you. Didn't notice this. Anytime you're working with your coolant, let's see if we get a focus. Yeah, there it is. So this, better upside down picture. I don't know if I can see it. Oh, yeah, there it goes. So this is all one housing. It snaps in. However, this pin of mine has just got a short pigtail connector. This actually slides out. There's the sensor. So new one of those on the way, because otherwise, as soon as the pressure builds on the system, obviously it'll squirt out the bottom, and that's not going to be worthwhile. All 7 bolts for water pump are out. And there we go, with a little bit of coolant down the bottom. All right, let's see if we got the puddle bucket in the right spot. Yeah. I'll move it over a little bit. Hopefully that will catch a good portion of it. I'll just let it out slowly here. Alright, does appear that that's the end of it. Alright. We still have a bolt in? Nope. There she goes. Alright. Get the finger underneath it, and up she comes. New water pump. Alright, let's take a look, see here. Alright, no problem with the impeller. Alright, as we can see, where there's not a lot of green, it's probably leaking. Probably leaking right out from there, leaking off the top at times, leaking off of there at times, definitely leaking out of the corner down here at times. Yeah, it's all wet. Great. Locating pin, okay. And that locating pin is, there's actually 2 of them. One down at the water pump, bottom of the water pump, one up here at the top. Try this guy off. Not that we need it or anything, but so it's not making a mess. You can kind of tell some of the corrosion that's in there. There's some more. Pull this up. Put it in a good place here.